Hey there, it's Krista, and Dave will be joining me any minute, but we wanted to come and talk to you about the 3 tips that you can do now to help save on your energy bill this summer. So part of this is not only for what we do as a business, obviously we're in real estate, so saving it on our home is a big portion. Oh, look who it is.
Hello.
So we talk about it as a real estate agent about why it's important to save money on your energy bills, but we actually have had some of these we've had this conversation really in the last week personally. So these are the things that, as we're sharing with you, that we're looking at whether they work for us also and which ones we can check off first. So let's talk about the 3 tips. And the first one would be windows. So, and that's a couple items when it comes to windows.
Right. So, depending on how old your home is, you can always take a look and see if you have double pane or single pane windows. And if you're not sure, always have a professional take a look. That always helps. But if you have windows where there's 2 panes together, if you see a lot of stuff between them, like dirt and that kind of thing, that means the seals are probably broken, that kind of thing. They don't insulate as well at that point.
Moisture?
Yeah, if you see dried moisture inside the windows, yeah, all of that means that, they've lost their integrity. It's not a huge thing, but you are leaking cold air during the summer when you have your AC on and hot air during the winter when you have your heater on.
So that one's a little bigger financial one to bite off is windows, but it is important. But there are 2 other aspects that when it comes to windows that you can do fairly economically is making sure your blinds are more modern. The ones that have been made recently actually work really well in helping keep the heat in during the winter and keep it cooler in the summer, the heat out basically.
Yep.
So we have like 2 in our house that we know we need to go back and replace. And then one of my other favorite recommendations is dark-out blinds.
Absolutely. Blackout blinds are so great because they help block the heat out. They help keep everything from inside getting even sun bleached, because that happens too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's always a good touch as well. One other thing I want to add, make sure they're caulked all the way around. If you can feel a breeze through there and your window's not open, probably not a good thing.
So that's the one is on the windows, which there are some that are some little more on the more expensive items, and then there are definitely the blackout blinds. 10 years ago when I bought blackout blinds, they were really expensive. They are not anymore.
Nope.
Really great option to keep your house cool. So then let's move, another one inside the house is ceiling fans. And we've had this conversation in this very last week about looking at replacing our ceiling fans.
So whether your ceiling fans are old or new, whatever the case may be, using them to help circulate air helps your furnace and your air conditioner or your swamp cooler, whatever the case may be, work 10 times better. Circulating is awesome. What people might not know, though, is there a switch on the side of the ceiling fan, and during the winter, you actually want the fan blowing down on you because hot air goes up and it helps blow it down and warm up the room. But during the summer, you turn it around to where it's not blowing the air on you, it's actually pulling it up and it's helping circulate the cold air. Most people don't know that. Little tip, hopefully it's helpful.
So, and if your ceiling fans are probably in the last 10 to 15, 20 years, it might be worthwhile having them updated, at least in the key rooms that you spend a lot of time in. Your bedroom at night where you are like wanting to keep it cool, plus the living spaces that are really important, like our kids' rooms where our kids have gone off to college. Those won't be the first ones we replace.
No.
But making sure you have more modern ceiling fans.
You mean our new guest rooms?
Yeah, our new guest.
There you go.
Our new guest rooms. So that's the second one. So updating windows, checking the seals around the windows, curtains and blinds, then moving into the ceiling fans. And then finally, when you think of saving money during the hot months and cooling, it's AC, right?
Absolutely. Whatever type of cooling system you have, whether it's air conditioning or, like I said, a swamp cooler or anything like that, spring is when you should really get it tuned up. Now, there are different items to that, such as it has to be a certain temperature outside and everything. But getting a professional to come out, review your system, make sure everything is operating properly. will make summer much more bearable, and it helps keep everything running longer. So you can extend the life on those things if you're maintaining them.
And we will tell you this, if you don't start doing some of this, it never fails. It'll hit 95 in June.
On a Friday.
On a Friday, and the cooling system does not work, and you will be paying through the nose to get some of those things updated or replaced. So this is why having this conversation, at least pacing some of this out in April and May, makes a lot of sense. The other thing you want to do is change your air filters, right?
Absolutely. Even though you're not using your furnace, all that air is going through there. So keep changing those air filters on a monthly basis. And that way you're circulating clean air through your home. And on top of that, if you haven't had your ducts cleaned in a while, might be a good time to do that too, because you're gonna have all that pollen coming up too.
So 3 tips. 3 tips on saving your energy bill this summer. The first would be what?
Windows. Just check them out if nothing else.
Yeah, check them out. Look at whether your blinds are really helping keep the house heat in the winter, to cool it, keep it cooler in the summer. Look at blackout blinds. Then we move to the ceiling fans. Do you have the fan spinning in the right direction so that you're keeping the heat coming down during the winter and it moving up in the summer to cool it off? And also, if you're a little outdated on those ceiling fans, it might be a perfect time to update some of them, especially in key rooms. And then finally, making sure that your air condition is ready for the summer months and is in condition, so having it checked out. Making sure your air filter, that's a cheap one to do, making sure your air filter is been changed out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should be changed out monthly, to be really honest, year round, whether it's summer or winter.
Even if it's fall or spring, like right now, your furnace may not be running, your AC may not be running, there's still air going through there.
So those are just 3 simple tips to help you out during the winter months, or this kind of spring, pseudo spring, when it feels like it's 75, and then today we have it down to like 50
with possible snow.
Yeah, so those are the 3 tips that you should look at during this time frame, and we promise that even doing 1, maybe 2, or all 3 will end up saving you some big dollars this summer month. Especially we know those energy bills are going up. There's no way to get around that one.
Nope, not even a little bit.
So hopefully we help put a little more money in your pocket. We're going to come back each week and do some of these helpful tips. We hope you like them. If you do, give us a thumbs up down below. We'd love to hear what you're thinking. Is there a topic you'd like us to talk about? We'd love to hear about that too. With that being said, happy Tuesday.
Absolutely, and as always,
let our family
help move yours.